Just happy that the team came out early and punched early and got the lead up to like 18. A little disappointed at the second group that came off the bench with the 3 freshmen and Isaiah Maurice. Didn't have enough intensity, didn't play as hard, didn't affect the game in a positive way, and they got back into the game and only went in at halftime up 9. Made up in my mind in the second half that I was going to stay with a small and a shorter rotation to push the lead back out, and I'm proud of the guys that played in that second half.
Penny, I'm curious, what did you say to Jeremiah as he was coming off to that standing ovation?
Oh, I just told him way to take care of business. When he got to about 28 points, when I think of about 14, 15 minutes left, I said, get to 40. I told him, get to 40. And then when he got to 40, I wasn't taking him out until he broke his career high, and got to that point. I mean, it wasn't anything that had to do with Tulane. It was all about rewarding Jeremiah for what he's done here for 4 years, and to be able to do something incredible like that again in the same year, 41 and a half, and then to get 43 today, almost a triple-double, big time.
You talk about he was in here saying it's a long career was how he phrased it, like these 4 years. How good is it to have a guy like this on your first team who you can kind of point to, whether it be major. Young guys or even next year? That
is major. I mean, to have Jeremiah, who is a veteran that understands how to put the ball in the basket and score, that takes a lot of your stress away because you have a guy that you know that can get a basket at any given time. And definitely thankful to have him here. Need him one more year.
Talk about you guys work on the boards tonight. You came in averaging 37 a game. You had 56. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, just a monster game for us. I think consciously the seniors made a conscious effort of going out there and rebounding. When the guards rebound, we're really going to be leading in the rebounding total. Kareem Bruton had 9, Jeremiah Martin had 7, and then Ray starts at the 3. He had 9, which is he's really a 4. But I'm saying when our guards really rebound, then we're going to do well. And when Kevin Davenport rebounds the ball the way he's supposed to, which is the 15, I think that we're going to out-rebound people on a lot of nights.
Hey, Coach, you said after the UCF loss that your team is peaking in the right direction. Talk about the momentum they took this week and how it can take for the next 4 games going forward.
Yeah, I mean, my whole goal with this team is to continue to build and be very sharp by the time we get into the AAC tournament. We want to get up to the fourth spot for sure. And have a bye on the first day, but we understand the situation that's at hand. We got an opportunity to do something special here, and these last few games we have got to be on our stuff, and we're moving towards doing some things well. We just got to get this rotation down, man, to where everybody's playing on a high level. Doesn't have to be scoring, just high level with what we need.
Penny, what did you feel like was kind of going on with Alo and Antoine in the first half? You didn't seem real thrilled with some things, and then they didn't play in the second.
Well, when Antoine, it was just energy. Alex was second-guessing himself a lot, missing a lot of opportunities for himself and for teammates, and that doesn't come from me. So that let me know that he wasn't focused on what I was telling him to do. It was on what he wanted to do or what someone else was telling him. And, he didn't play in the second half because I tried to put him in the game in the first half with about 1 minute and 45 seconds to go, and he acted like he didn't want to go in the game, pouting a little bit, so I just told him to go back to the bench.
If you look at the list of guys that have done this, I mean, Larry and those guys, nobody's ever scored 40 twice in a career. Why is it Jeremiah? Why everything that's gone into it to make him the guy that's done of all the greats? Why is he the guy?
I mean, I don't try to take a lot of credit for it and our staff, but it's really our system. It's our system that's allowing him to do that, putting him in winning situations, and he's actually doing the work. He's putting the ball in the basket, but we're giving him the best opportunity to get good baskets, and, man, he's putting the ball in the basket at a high volume. Like you said, out of all the greats, he just, with us being NBA guys, that's what we do. We get, we've always gotten big numbers. So when you got a guy with Jeremiah's talent, you try to make his job easy, getting easy baskets, getting easy looks, and I think it's because of the system that he's playing in this year.
You'd seen Jeremiah a lot before. Did you learn something about him coaching him that you didn't know about him before? And then he talks about the meeting that you had with him as being instrumental in turning his year around. What was that meeting like? And what do you know about Jeremiah now that you didn't know before?
It was not a fun meeting for him or myself, but I knew that I had to grab the bull by the horns with Jeremiah because it seemed like he was just floating. like he was uninterested and that he felt disrespected by a lot of things that were going on this year. And so I knew I had to talk to him. But once we left the meeting, we were on the same page, and everything started going perfectly for me and for him and for the team. The one thing that I didn't know that he could do was to score in volume like this. I know he averaged 19 points a game last year, but, I mean, when you're getting 40s in a half, that he could catch fire and catch rhythm like that, that's amazing. He's really amazed me this year.
Coach, Jeremiah said that you've been telling the team if they win the rest of the home games from here on out, they'll be in the tournament. How much of a message has that been, and how do you keep them focused over these last 4 games?
Well, yeah, I have to give credit to Coach Madlock because, we do know that's for sure, but he did put it on the board today. We know if we take care of business at home for the rest of the year, especially in the AAC, then we're going to the tournament because you get an automatic bid. And it's a great situation to be in, but we can't just accept that. We have to be doing the right things going into the tournament so that we can assure ourselves the best chance to get to the tournament, NCAA tournament.
Penny, kind of one of the basketball truisms is if you don't have kind of a natural pecking order, a team will be dysfunctional. It's clear Jeremiah is your number 1 guy. Given that, do you feel like there's enough time left before the tournament for all the pieces to kind of line up? And you look at a night like tonight when Kevon gets 15 rebounds, even though he didn't, score a lot, and some other people rebounded, but yet you've got a couple guys that you're still frustrated by a little bit.
I'll be honest with this. I honestly feel like if everyone came and started in their role for what we really needed from each guy, and it doesn't have to be with scoring, that we would have 6 less losses. I think everybody wants to score or wanted to score, and then now they're finally recognizing that Jeremiah is our guy, and it's kind of relaxing them a little bit more because they don't have to go out there and just force anything. And like you said, it helps when guys understand and start on their role. So these guys have to believe it. It will not work as long as they think that they can go out there and do more than what we're asking them to do, especially when it comes to energy. We need that. We need you to play hard. We need you to understand the game plan. We don't need you to deviate from what we're trying to teach. So if we get everyone buying in, then we'll have a great opportunity to win our own tournament.
Coach, we saw a moment with the fan after he hit the half-court shot. What was your reaction when he hit the half-court shot when he came over to the huddle?
Man, I knew he was just excited. And obviously someone had a camera in the stands. And he came over to our huddle to celebrate, and everybody in the huddle just laughed. It was pretty cool, though.
Coach, I know you want to enjoy this one, but looking ahead to the next game, can you talk about Wichita State? Obviously a tough team to beat at their place. Yeah,
I mean, you gotta give Coach Marshall credit. I mean, they have a history. They have a culture that's been set from all the winning teams that they had in the past, and this has been his toughest year in a long time. But he's found a way to win the last 4 out of 5, won 4 in a row, and then lost on the road at Cincinnati. But they're at Tulsa tonight, which will be a tough game. But he still feels like he's right there. And we just have to go there, man. I really feel like if we just stay together as a team and believe that we can go in there and steal a win, it's going to be tough because they play hard for him and they have their history of winning.
Having a conference tournament at home, how big is that for you guys to not have to travel and sleep in your own beds at night and be here at FedEx Forum?
Yeah, that's what I was telling the guys. It doesn't assure you that you get a win because of that, but it makes you more comfortable, and it gives you an advantage with your fans being home and you sleeping in your own bed for sure. So whoever has that tournament in their place gives them the best advantage for sure.
Penny, this is a program that many expect to have a lot of talent going forward, coming in year after year. But as a guy like Jeremiah, who sort of did this the hard way as a 3-star recruit and built, is that hope for sort of the rest of the guys on the bench and a learning lesson?
I would hope so. I would hope that guys that didn't have the big name coming out, that didn't have the ranking, listening to Alex talk about, trying to soak up as much as he can from Jeremiah and other kids on the team. The younger guys saying that they look up to him and try to figure it out, that he's shown that you can just start off as a non-ranked player, a guy that wasn't being recruited by a lot of high D1s, high majors, and at the end of the day, be able to compete with anyone that was ranked ahead of him in the country. Thank you.